Trainer Bob Baffert live at Clocker's Corner here at the Great Race Place, the Santa Anita-based trainer. Now, Bob, I want to talk 2-year-olds in training, but they keep telling me this American Pharoah horse is out there and he's pretty good. Let's start with the big horse. How's he doing?
So far, he's really he's come back well. We haven't seen anything really taper off. The main thing concern is they keep their head in the feed bucket, as we all say, the feed tub. So he's doing that well. He doesn't look like he's too stressed out. He's quiet a couple days, but he went to the track for the first day today, and he jogged. And Jimmy said he was my assistant. Jimmy said he was really happy. So that's a good sign.
One of the best lines I've ever heard is how do you make God laugh? You make a plan. Most things don't work out as planned, or do they? Has everything gone as planned since American Pharoah's return leading us up to now?
You know, the only hiccup we had with him was the Breeders' Cup. That was just really, he's been golden, and we gave him that little time off that little injury, and he's been really, there hasn't been a hiccup. You know, it's been like, I had a little foot problem in February where he bruised the sole, and I put the plate on, and that thing healed up, but now I'm afraid to take the plate off because he's running so well that screw it, I'm leaving the plate on there. He's running with it.
When you think of American Pharoah and what he's done in the Arkansas Derby, sitting off horses for the first time and winning, and then in the Kentucky Derby sitting off horses and winning, he took it right to him in the Preakness. What is his best style? What is his A game?
I think his A game is up to me, and I think that I'm learning more about the horse, how to prepare him, and I think in the Derby he lost a little bit of his A game because the walkover was so hectic with all the people. He doesn't like a lot of people around him. He's a very smart, intelligent horse, and he's a quiet horse, but he lost it on the walk-up because there was too many people, and we were in the middle of the track. They were running by him, taking pictures of him, and really stirred him up. He drug the handlers. I mean, all the way. When he got inside the paddock, he was foaming up on his neck. He was hot. He's never done that before. And then finally, we got him to settle down, and he was good. But he lost a little bit of his fastball that day, and he wasn't. I could tell Victor. He'll sit off of horses, but I could tell Victor he wasn't in the bridle the whole way, and he still won the Derby, and that's why he had to encourage him, because he just came off the bridle but the half-mile pole. He said he really didn't feel the power underneath him. So that's the whole key with him, is to get him to where he's just into the bit a little bit. Doesn't matter if he's second, third, first, whatever, as long as he just has in the bit a little bit.
It's interesting to hear you say that, because it's really hard to find a chink in his armor. Does he have one?
His trainer is the chink, so it's my job to get him there.
Let's talk about his trainer. What does the next 2.5 weeks mean to you? Well documented, you've been here before. What are the emotions that run through you the next 2.5 weeks leading up to the Belmont?
Well, you know what, we've been on a big high, and but I've learned to. I have my wife Jill, who keeps a lip cord on me at all times, keep me. So
electric buzzer.
Yeah, electric. So I just keep, I really think it's about the horse. It doesn't take a great trainer, great jockey to win the Triple Crown. It takes a great horse, and that's what we've been waiting 37 years for. And I know we're up against it and going up there, but this horse has been so exciting to watch. And so. That's why I've always, I just feel like you can't train greatness, you just watch. And that's what I've been doing, and I've just been, it's like exciting to watch him. When I watch him train, like every time he trains, it's like, it's a wow. When he trained at Pimlico that first day and he came by me, it was like, look at him. He looked like a Ferrari, just going by. And I remember I was walking behind him to the Preakness, and we were following him up there, and I was talking to some people, and I started out maybe 20 feet behind him. And by the time we got on the track, he was 50 yards in front of me. I mean, and I was walking fast. And so he has this long stride. He's just, he's like a freaky kind of horse. And so, but I just try to stay out of his way and keep him happy.
He has the wow factor. Does he ever surprise you with anything that he does?
He really surprised me in in the Kentucky Derby when he came off the bit and he was in trouble. And he still, that's why Victor had to encourage him so much. And he got there and he came back, he was pretty tired. He was really tired, and it took him, it took him a few days to get over it. But after the Preakness, it was like, he was nothing, he came back, it was like, he'd run at Arkansas, came back and was, and he's a quiet, kind horse. He's a really sweet horse, and especially a horse like him that is so, most of those horses like Dortmund or Silver Charm, they're tough. They'll try to bite your head off. They're aggressive, and he's not. He's a really sweet, kind horse. So, and I think he has that in his favor, that his temperament is pretty good.